Good morning, this introduce. My name is Berkat Sinaga from class Delft Social. I will read enough item until that Donald Trump tells Americans they should get the coronavirus vaccine. Donald Trump tells Americans they should get the coronavirus. Former President Donald Trump said that he recommends that people get the COVID-19 vaccine. Happens as a poll shows that about half of Republicans meant our regulation to be introduced. A Fox News host on Thursday asked the former president, who said in whether he would recommend to our audience that they get the vaccine, noting that Trump himself had been vaccinated. I will, I will recommend it, and I will recommend it to a lot of people that don't want to get it, and a lot of those people vouch for me, frankly. Trump said, adding that we have our freedoms and we have to let be that, and I agree with that also. The most likely group to say they will get the vaccine are Republican men, according to recent polling from PBS NetHall, NPR, and Maris. In a survey conducted in early March, travel agents were asked whether they would choose to get vaccinated if a coronavirus swab were available to them. Nearly half of Republican men said no. The exits of any group. By comparison, 30% of all US adults surveyed said they were close not to get the vaccine, including 11% of Democrats and 41% Republicans. Only 10% of President Joe Biden supporters said they would get vaccinated, versus 42% of Trump supporters. Trump and his wife Melania quietly received the vaccine will at David House in January, according to reports earlier this month. Other political leaders have been vaccinated in public setting in order to ensure more people to get the shot as they eligible. Earlier this week, emphasis disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci told Fox News that if Trump encouraged people to get vaccine, it will make all the difference in the world. In terms, February spent the Conservative Political Action Conference who told Athens, everybody go get yourself in Initial data show stark racial inequities among those who have been vaccinated in the US so far, with Black and Latin people being vaccinated at lower rates, even as they face higher rates of hospitalization and deaths from COVID-19. While there has been much assumption surrounding vaccine hesitancy among Black Americans, largely owing to systemic racism in healthcare. The recent falls summit, only 25% of Black Americans said they won't get the vaccine, compared with the 1% of white people. The following question: 1. Have you been vaccinated? Jawab: I've never been vaccinated. 2. If so, if so, how do you respond to the government program? If not, what are your hopes? Jawab: I hope that with the vaccine, our virus will disappear quickly and change more normally. 3. Are you still implementing health protocols until now? If not, you don't need to answer point. If yes, jawab yes, I'm still implementing the health protocol. What five? What are the things related to the health protocol that you are still faithful to do? Yeah, I still maintain social distancing, wash my hands, wear a mask, and stay away from crowds. Thank you, Miss.